Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to talk about some more 2020 purchases. Recently I did a video on my 2020 eyeshadow palettes. If you have not checked out that video, go ahead and check out that video. In today's video, I am going to share with you the rest of the products which I have purchased in the year 2020 and which have worked out pretty well. I'm not going to include products which are kind of in the disappointing category. Today we are going to talk about the best purchases of 2020. So if you guys are interested to find out these products, then please continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with the video. So today we are going to talk about the favorite purchases of 2020. I will probably do another video where I will mention the products which have not been that favorite, which are a little bit disappointing. That video will also be coming soon. So let's get started. Before I start, today's eye look is also using the Pat McGrath Subversive palette. I have mentioned this palette in my last video as well. This is how the palette looks like. I have used the rose golden shade all over my eyes, and there are some other colors, the brown, the neutral, the black, and this shade right here which I have also applied, and that's how I have got my look. So this is another purchase which I made this year. I have talked about all of the eyeshadow palettes which I have purchased this year in the other video, so don't forget to check that one out if you are a lover of eyeshadow palettes. But in this video, let's talk about some other things, some other products. Let's get started with foundations. If I remember correctly, I bought I think 3 or 4 foundations this year so far, and the ones which have worked out really well for me are these two. The first one is obviously I purchased a MAC foundation after so many years of getting questions from you guys. What is my MAC shade? What is my MAC shade? I finally decided to invest in one MAC foundation and I really like it. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 foundation. I generally don't prefer foundations which have SPF of 15 because they have that flashback in flash photography. But let's be honest, nowadays when are we going to have flash photography that much? But I will try to avoid wearing it where there could be some flash photography. Other than that, this is a beautiful foundation. It has a natural skin-like finish. It sits on my skin beautifully and it's very long wearing. It looks great for long hours, so definitely I'm enjoying this MAC foundation. I've also ordered the MAC Water Weight foundation, which is a more sheer foundation, and I will try to do a video on that one as well. The second foundation which I really liked this year is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. I have already done a video on this one. Oh, and I have also done a video on this one. If you haven't checked out this video, the Milani Screen Queen, then do check it out because this is available in Singapore now. If you go to Watsons, you can get this. This is also a natural finish foundation. It's not too dewy, not too matte. Excellent foundations, and both the foundation shades, they match perfectly for me. And both of these foundations I have mentioned in my foundation shades video, where I have done the swatch of all the foundations which match me perfectly very well. So I will leave that video in the description box as well. After foundations, let's move on to some concealers. There are 2 concealers which I have really liked this year. I think I have purchased few more. Like I have repurchased quite a few concealers, like the Wet n Wild concealer, the Maybelline concealer. I have also purchased the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear concealer, which is also pretty nice, but I haven't really worn it so much, so I'm not including that in this video. And if I'm not wrong, I have also purchased the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which is a long time favorite, so I haven't really included that in this video as well. 2 new concealers which I want to mention is the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay. This shade which I've got is 50WY, which is a little bit light for me, so I am planning to get a shade match which is a little bit more closer to my skin tone for this concealer, because I really like the consistency. Today I've used this concealer underneath the eyes and it just brightens up the area so well, and I would definitely like to get a more darker shade in this one, because the undertone of this one is really good. So I'm thinking the darker shade will be very good for like actual concealing, especially around the mouth. So for that reason I want to get it. The texture is so beautiful, very soft, lightweight, blends easily, and I really like this shade for highlighting. It's a little bit too bright, but I don't mind it. I like how bright and lively it makes my under eyes. The next concealer is the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. This is the Sublime Perfection Skin Fetish Concealer in the shade M18. This shade matches me like a dream. I just love how good the shade match is. And this is such a beautiful concealer. It is one of the best concealers I have used so far. So lightweight, the coverage is very good. It has a natural finish, blends so nicely. It just looks beautiful on the skin. If you have been curious about this concealer, then I will definitely recommend it. It's a great concealer. The coverage, the finish, everything is just beautiful. I can't recommend this concealer enough. I have used it quite a bit, but I haven't done a video on this. Let me know if you want to see a video. I can definitely do that. Okay, let's talk about some powders now. I did some drugstore purchases. So I had purchased the Maybelline Fit Me, the newer powder, then I purchased the Revlon loose powder. Both are nice, good quality powders. The one which I want to mention in today's video is this one, because I had been eyeing this for quite some time and I really like this powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and I wanted a powder just for the underneath the eyes areas, because most of the time when I wear foundation, I don't really set the entire face unless and until the foundation texture is such that I have to set the entire face. Most of the time with natural finish foundations, I just set the underneath the eyes. And suppose I have a concealer which is not a highlighting concealer, it's a concealer which matches my skin tone quite well, then I want to brighten up this area, and for that reason I purchased this Charlotte Tilbury powder. I have heard that it's a really finely milled powder, which I agree, it's super smooth, and it just sets the underneath of the eyes so well. It doesn't make it look cakey, flaky or heavy or anything like that. It's just a veil of powder, and since I don't have a lot of problem in the area, I feel like it just, you know, it's just perfect. I just need a light coverage and I want the concealer to be set well, and that it does very well. So I have got the shade medium. If you're close to my skin tone and you want an underneath the eyes highlighting powder, this is a good one. Okay, next what shall we do? I have a few palettes. I have some single eyeshadows also, which I have not included in the other video, and I have some eye products. Let's just do the lipsticks first, because I know many of you guys are interested in lipsticks, so let me do that first. Some of my favorite lipsticks this year, which I have purchased, are these Milani Amore Satin Matte lipsticks. I have already done a video on these lipsticks. I am not going to bore you guys with a review on these lipsticks. Just in short, very comfortable liquid lipstick formula, if you don't mind transfer. And I'm not going to swatch these lipsticks either, because I have actually a page on my blog. Not exactly a page, I am doing a series of lipstick swatches on my blog. So I have pages for each and every lipstick type, or each and every lipstick range, I should say, all arranged there according to brands. So if you want lipstick swatches, you can just go to my blog and you can see the lipstick swatches which have been done in natural lighting and without much makeup. So I know a lot of people like these kind of swatches. I don't mind swatches with makeup, because usually I will do a little bit of makeup if I'm wearing lipstick, but I know a lot of you guys like those kind of swatches. So those are available on my blog. So I will leave the link in the description box. Whenever you want to see swatches of lipsticks, you can just go to that link and check out. You can also filter by brands to see if I have done any swatches over there. So I have already swatched the Milani lipsticks in a video and also on my blog, so I'm not swatching today. Even this lipstick, this is the Bobbi Brown lipstick in the shade Burnt Cherry. I love this shade. It's such a beautiful shade. This is how the packaging looks like. I believe I haven't talked about this lipstick yet on the channel. It's a beautiful packaging, very luxe. Obviously it is Bobbi Brown, and this is the shade. Did I mention the shade name? Burnt Cherry. This is the shade. It's really beautiful. It's like a terracotta reddish brown, and it's super flattering on our kind of skin tone. Look at that shade. Super flattering on our kind of skin tone. It has a little bit of a hint of pink, and it's beautiful. I love this shade. So this is definitely a success which I purchased this year. Then I have two more lipsticks from Pat McGrath which I purchased this year, Flesh 3 and Antidote. Here is Antidote, which is like a beautiful purpley toned lipstick, very deep purpley plummy color. I love these sort of colors. I'll just swatch it. Here it is. And for this Pat McGrath lipsticks also, I do have a video, and I will leave the video in the description box if you want to see swatches, review, everything is in that video. And I am going to upload the no makeup swatches as well for the Pat McGrath lipsticks. This is the other lipstick which I purchased, the Flesh 3, which is a perfect nude. This is Flesh 3. Look at that beautiful nude. This is one of my favorite nude lipsticks from Pat McGrath. Super comfortable. Love the color. I already have the mini version of it, and I just loved it so much. Plus the mini is a little bit difficult to apply, and it broke. I broke my mini Pat McGrath Flesh 3. So I thought, let me just get the full size one. There was a promotion, so I got a pretty good deal on this lipstick as well. Okay, next we have a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream which I purchased in the shade Budapest. Really like this color as well. It's like a nice reddish pinkish nude on our kind of skin tone. This is shade Budapest. I used to love NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams at one point of time. I stopped buying them because I found some other liquid lipsticks which I preferred more, because I prefer liquid lipsticks which are really nicely pigmented. This one lacks a little bit of in pigmentation, is not that long wearing, but one of you suggested this shade and I thought, let me try this lipstick after a really long time. So that's what I did, and I really like this shade. So thanks for this suggestion. Next we have the Juvia's Place lipsticks. These are the Velvety Matte lipsticks, and I purchased 3 of them. There was an offer going on where you purchase 2 and you get 1 free. And I just love that offer, and I grabbed 3 shades. The shades which I purchased are Kebi, Toffee and Mauve Moment. Kebi and Mauve Moment are from their Mauve line, and the shade Toffee is from their brown line. They also have a peach line, I think, from where I didn't really find any of the shades attractive for my skin tone. So I didn't purchase, I just stuck to what I know, that is mauves and brown. Let me just quickly show you the packaging also, because I haven't done a video on them yet. This is how the packaging looks like. Really very pretty packaging. There is no magnetic closure or anything, but it's quite smooth and locks quite nicely. This is how the packaging looks like, and this is how the bullet shape looks like. Really interesting bullet shape. It's a little worn out because I have already worn it, but it has a nice like a point at one end, and it's very easy to apply this lipstick with this bullet shape. I don't know how long this shape is going to last though. So first one is Kebi, which is a deeper mauve. Beautiful color. This one I think I love the best. If you guys know me, you guys know I love mauvey nudes. So this one is my favorite of the lot which I have picked. It's nothing different, but I love wearing these kind of shades. And then we have Mauve Moment, which is also a mauve, but it's a little bit lighter. So this is Mauve Moment. Here is Mauve Moment. You can see it's quite light, but it still works pretty well on my skin tone. Let me quickly show you the other shade as well. This one is Toffee, which is a very interesting shade. Look at the packaging, so beautiful. All of these lipsticks have this packaging, and I will swatch Toffee as well. It's a very interesting shade. It has like a yellow sort of a undertone, brown yellow undertone. I don't have a lipstick like this, so I found it very interesting. This is also a very flattering shade on my skin tone. It looks really nice. Love the formula of these lipsticks. They have a creamy matte finish. They are not transfer proof, and they are not super long wearing, that much I can tell you. They do fade away, but they are super comfortable on the lips. Pigmentation is very good. So I am actually very impressed with these lipsticks. Because how comfortable these are, the pigmentation, the color payoff is pretty nice. So those were the lipsticks. Let's talk about some other things which I have purchased this year. I have loved a few things in the eye department, eye makeup category. I purchased some Divina Cosmetics shadows. You guys know how much I love Divina Cosmetics shadows, especially their multi-chromes, glittery shadows, duochromes. I have love them for a while. I have done a swatch video of that as well. I will leave in the description box. But this is a different collection. This is called I forget the name, Butterfly or Glitter. I don't remember the exact name of the collection. I will leave it in the description box, the name of the collection. But these are very sheer, glittery, iridescent shadows. So these almost look like white. If you look at them, they will look white, but when you move them, you can see the color. Let me just take out one shadow and show you. So here you can see it looks like white, but it has a blue shift. I hope you can tell. I have actually uploaded a video or done a video on this on Instagram where I've shown you the swatches. Very interesting shadows. So it's a collection of 9 shadows. So I have purchased all the 9 shades. Very pretty, very iridescent, very glittery. There are some pinks, purples, yellows, peach, green, mint, blues. Super fun collection. I think I will do a video on these as well. I love these kind of formula, this kind of textures, which will give a sheer color on the eyes. They are not going to look very noticeable or obvious, but they'll just sparkle very prettily. So this is a collection which I purchased and I love. And I also purchased some duochromes from Sydney Grace. These are the Sydney Grace duochromes. Let me just show you one by one. So I haven't used them that much, but I love the shift in them. So this is Cameleonaire. So this is a blue-green duochrome. Multichrome rather. It's not exactly a duochrome. These are Sydney Grace multichromes. But I would say that because they are termed as multichromes, the shift isn't that much, but I still love them. This is Bureau Guard. I don't know. This is a purpley blue. I'm just showing you guys very roughly today. I will probably do different videos where I will give you more close-up swatches. This is Twisted Shifter. This is my favorite. It is like a purpley, olive green, pink, red, magenta, all the shades which you can think of. It's so beautiful. Pat McGrath Divine Rose palette has this very interesting duochrome shade. This one I think is very similar to that one. I need to take a better closer look, but I am loving these multichromes which I have. I keep calling them duochromes, but they are actually multichromes which have a lot of color shift to them. Then I also purchased 2 shadows from Bobbi Brown. This is also a multichrome. This is Dose of Colors, which is a glitter. So you can see that I love these kind of shadows. I love glitters, multichromes which have some interesting texture element. I love all those kind of shadows. So this is Bobbi Brown, luxurious packaging. So this shade is called Incandescent, and this is the multichrome duochrome shade, whatever you call it. So it's like a rose gold, pink, gold shift. Very pretty color. I will probably create a look with this color and show you guys how it looks, but I love the formulation of this one. And Dose of Colors, I purchased one more shade in the shade Jackpot. Now these are the Block Party eyeshadows. So these are beautiful glittery shimmery eyeshadows. This one came in a little bit broken, but this has like a black base with olive green, gold, deep olive green. Beautiful shade, this one. This is how the shade looks like. Beautiful. So Block Party shadows from Dose of Colors I think are really good quality. If you get them on a sale, do grab them. You can get them on Beauty Bay. They have beautiful colors. I already have 4 and I think I've swatched them on my community page if you have checked it out. I did that long time back, but it's still there on the community page. So this is another shade which I purchased. Next I have an eyeshadow primer which I'm really liking these days, the ABH eyeshadow primer, eye primer. I think it's really nice. It sets on the eyes very well. The only thing is that it is pretty white in color. It's not that creamy beige sort of a color that I like for my skin tone. It's pretty white. So this is very good for colored eyeshadows for my skin tone. So I have tried this with some colored eyeshadows, colored matte eyeshadows. It just works beautifully. It gives a nice base and it sets very quickly on the eyes, so you don't have to wait for it to set on the eyes. And I haven't faced any sort of blending issues or eyeshadows catching on to the primer, so it's been working great for me, especially for colored eyeshadow looks. I think this is a great primer. Okay, next I think I want to mention these two kajals which I purchased. The Calabar Kajal, really good kajal. It's a Scandal Kajal. This is the black lingerie, I think the shade is. So this is how the shade looks like. It's a deep black color. Love the packaging of this kajal. These kind of like kohl pencil, thick kajal pencils I really like, and these kind of packaging make it very easy to apply, very pigmented, lasts on the eyes for a good amount of time. I think Calabar kajals are great. I really love the other one which they have as well. I forget the name, but all the Calabar kajals which I've used so far, I really liked it. So I really like this one as well. And this one is the MAC kajal from their Mosaic Masterpiece collection. This packaging is just worthy of keeping. Look at that. I still keep the packaging. It is so beautiful. So I got the shade Marsala, which is like a brownish red. Look at that beautiful packaging. I'm not sure if you can still get it. I think it was a limited edition product, but this is the color. So this is a gray, not a brownish red. I have purchased something else which is a brownish red. I got a little confused. So this is the color, which is a deep grayish brown, and I love this color. I think it's a beautiful formulation, very soft, pigmented, and glides very easily. I think MAC eye products are also really good. I have tried a couple of them, and so far I have had good experience with MAC eye products. Also, I want to mention this one. I really like this K Beauty eyeliner, especially for the color. This is the shade Exotic Indigo. This is the K Beauty eyeliner, and it stays on the eyes for a really good amount of time. And love the applicator. This is an applicator, very thin, very easy to apply. It's a brush tip, and it's just very super easy to apply. This is the color. I love these kind of blues, and this is a more indigo, deep indigo blue. It's a little bit different than a royal blue. And I don't have a lot of these shades in liquid form, and I think this was really good. I like the formulation as well. It didn't dry up and made it very uncomfortable. There are some liquid eyeliners which can do that, which will dry up on the lids, and your lids are going to feel very uncomfortable, cracky. This one didn't do it. Very comfortable. Okay, last two products and then we are done. I know this has been a long video, but I had so many exciting purchases and I had to show you guys. The last two products are palettes. First one is the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighter Palette. This is the only highlighter palette I have purchased this year, or highlighter in general. I don't think I have purchased any other highlighter. I just went for this Pat McGrath one. This is a very interesting highlighter trio. I have worn this one right here. They look white, but this one has a pink shift, and I am wearing that highlighter today. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. This one is pink, this one is like a greenish gold, and this one is a deep gold. All the highlighters are very interesting. They have a very smooth texture. The only thing is that almost all of them are glittery. They are very fine micro shimmer glittery highlighters. Here are the three highlighters. They have a nice shift to them. Super interesting highlighters. They have a very smooth texture. The reason I don't really recommend these highlighters is because they are very different. They are there for a special purpose. I think this will be good for occasions, events, but for everyday, everyone may not like these highlighters, but they are very interesting. So if you want to try these highlighters out, they are very different, very interesting, and they have a good formulation. They are super intense, super smooth. And the pink one which I am wearing today, this one has less glitter or shimmer. The other two, they have a little bit more shimmer and glitter. I have actually a full video where I have spoken more about this highlighter palette, so I will leave that in the description box if you want to check out. But very cool, very interesting formulation, very interesting palette. So I do really like my purchase. Whether I'll recommend you to buy, that's up to you. Just check out the video and decide for yourself. And the last palette for today is this one from Makeup Revolution. It's a blush palette, and this is the only blush palette I have purchased this year. I am wearing one of the blushes today as well. I'll show you which one. I'm wearing this light pinky peachy one today. on my skin. It gives such a pretty color, and on that blush I'm wearing that Pat McGrath highlighter which has that pink shift. So that's what I have on my cheeks today. The formulation in this one is so beautiful. The colors are really pretty. You have a range of colors. You have some reds, pinks, peaches, deeper tones. So this is going to suit a lot of skin tones. You can also mix and match the shades and create your own custom shade. So I really like this blush palette. This is Revolution Beauty Blush Burst palette in collaboration with Roxy, I think. She's an influencer and she has created one eyeshadow palette and a blush palette. I was not too interested in the eyeshadow palette, but I love this blush palette, and the shades are quite unique and different compared to the blush palettes I have in my collection or some other blushes I have. So this one also I will definitely recommend if you're looking into some blush palettes. Okay guys, so those were all the products which I purchased this year, which have worked out very well for me, and I have really enjoyed these purchases. And if you want any more details on any of the products, just comment down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're watching for the first time, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.